The Georgia Bureau of Investigation on Wednesday announced the rollout of its long-anticipated gang database. Here's a little bit about it. It's part of the Governor Kemp and GBI Director Vic Reynolds push to crack down on gangs across the state. Officials say the database is meant to give authorities an easy and effective way to share information while tracking and investigating gangs across judicial lines through a pilot program involving the GBI and Atlanta-area police departments. The database has already logged 100 gangs and the names of 17,000 people believed to be gang members or gang associates. Now, in order to end up on this list, you have to be convicted of violating a state gang law or meet at least 2 other requirements. Here's more information about that. Criteria include admitting gang affiliation, having gang tattoos, displaying gang signs personally or in graffiti, wearing clothing, colors, jewelry, and/or bandanas believed to be, quote, gang dress, possessing or being referenced in gang documents, being seen with gang members, being identified by evidence online, being identified by reliable source, or being arrested on a gang crime charge, or being suspected of a gang crime. So that's all over the place. And so the ACLU, a lawyer with the ACLU chimed in, Kosha Tucker, and said, law enforcement can put anyone on the list for reasons like dressing a certain way, having tattoos, or just walking down the street at the wrong moment. The overly broad nature of the database makes it a prime tool for racial profiling. Communities of color should not have to live in fear that at any given moment, their child or family member could be added to this database and never told or given an opportunity to dispute or challenge the designation. And you stay on it for up to 5 years.
Yep. No, it's just a way in which that they can harass minorities. And and it's interesting too, because this is Georgia passing this law. And now this afternoon, the California Department of Justice announced that they're investigating the LAPD for falsifying records in their gang database. And I know a lot of the officers have been let go after an internal affairs investigation because they were falsifying records and essentially using it to harass brown and black people, which is what these kind of databases do and kind of unfortunately what they seem to be for.
Yeah, it kind of seems like not only is this gonna have, it's super overbroad, but even hypothetically, like you could simply be wearing colors. You could be, let's say you were being harassed by gang members. Well, you're being seen with them. You might even be referenced in documents involving them.
Or what if maybe you're an attorney to a gang member and you represent them, you're seen with them.
You're in documents with them.
Exactly, and I would be in that database. It's bull.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you try, my thing is like, I don't hate regulations, I hate dumb regulations. And I like good regulations. I think good regulations protect people from terrible, terrible things. And this is a list of all the criteria that can get you on it. And some is gang affiliation. And some is having gang tattoos. Others is like, you were convicted of a crime. Convicted sounds like a higher standard than you were seen with people in a gang. How are you to know in any given situation? Also, like, the gang affiliated wear in Los Angeles is like an Atlanta Braves hat is a specific gang's hat in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Like the initials on the hats of sports teams are affiliated with gangs, and you could be driving or riding the train through anywhere and not know that.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're on this list. It's just so strange.
Yeah.
It's just a way, to have that excuse to harass people, unfortunately.
So what do people do? What do you do if, like, as a lawyer, if you see this kind of thing happening to a client? What is your recourse, given that it's already enmeshed in the system and these seem like pretty official regulations that they've put in place to keep maybe your client or someone that you know on these lists?
So I don't know how it ended, but in Chicago, there's a class action lawsuit filed essentially to have them release who is on this list to know, because otherwise officers are essentially using that list and saying, oh, I'm gonna pull you over. Oh yeah, because you're in the gang database, so I need to search your things. I need to go through it. I feel attacked. I feel like you could possibly hurt me. And to use all the excuses to essentially infringe upon your civil rights.
It seems like the sort of thing where, yeah, hypothetically it's on some people, I guess, their legal representation to try to get them taken off. But it seems like it's going to need an effort to try to take apart the entire system.
Agreed.
And probably I mean, like you pointed to other systems like this that have been around in the past. Now you have this to potentially try to be proactive in trying to regulate what sorts of things these local police departments can actually put together.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I understand that police need to know certain things about certain people in order to get the case solved. But when you read this out loud and to yourself and don't see anything wrong with it, that's a strange place to be in.
Don't miss your chance to win a trip to Los Angeles and have dinner with Cenk, Anna, and me. Just head to tyt.com/dinner in LA to register to win. Sign up for a free Aspiration Spend and Save account, register your eligibility, swipe your Aspiration card on daily purchases to gain entries to win a chance to fly to LA and have dinner with the TYT hosts. Not only are you entering to win that dinner in LA with Cenk and Anna and myself, but you're also able to deposit your hard-earned money without it going towards fossil fuel exploration or production. And as a friendly reminder, even if you already have an Aspiration account, you must still first register to be eligible for the sweepstakes.